Hello everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. In our lives, we all face challenges, those moments that really test our emotional strength. Sometimes, these struggles come from within us, our fears, our insecurities, our doubts. Other times, they come from the people around us as we navigate their emotions and their problems. But through all of this, there's one thing that can completely change how we respond and grow. And that one thing is empathy. Empathy isn't just about feeling sorry for someone. It's about deeply understanding them, connecting with them on a level that goes beyond words. And most importantly, empathy is a powerful tool that, when used correctly, can help us regulate our own emotions and transform our lives. So, you might be asking, what makes empathy so powerful? Well, empathy is the key that unlocks emotional regulation, the ability to manage and control how we feel. Especially when things get tough. We live in a world where emotions run high all the time, whether it's at work, in our relationships, or even just inside our own heads. In those moments when everything feels chaotic, it's so easy to let anger, frustration, or sadness take over. But imagine if you could just pause, and instead of reacting impulsively, you could choose how you respond. Imagine staying calm in the middle of a storm, not because you're unaffected, but because you have the power to choose your emotional state. That power comes from empathy. When you truly empathize with others, when you understand their pain and their struggles, something incredible happens inside of you. It helps you step outside of your own bubble and see things from a much broader perspective. Empathy opens your heart and your mind, and in doing so, it gives you the strength to manage your own emotional reactions. Think about it. How often do we let our emotions drive our actions? We snap back because of a small misunderstanding. We get defensive over a minor disagreement, or we let a single stressful day ruin our entire mood. But empathy can change all of that. When we genuinely understand where another person is coming from, we stop seeing them as a threat to our own emotional well-being. We stop seeing the situation as something we have to react to. Instead, we start to respond with intention. And in that intentional response, we find emotional balance. I remember a time when I was dealing with a really tough situation at work. I felt completely overwhelmed, frustrated, and stressed out. Then, a colleague came to me and shared something personal they were going through. Instead of brushing it off, I just took a moment to listen to, really, truly listen. In that moment, I realized the stress I was feeling wasn't just about me. There was a bigger picture. By showing empathy to my colleague, a sense of calm washed over me that I hadn't felt all day. Understanding their emotions helped me regulate my own. I was no longer consumed by stress or frustration. Instead, I felt connected to something larger than myself, and that made all the difference in how I handled the rest of my day. And empathy isn't just for those big, dramatic moments. It's something we can practice every single day in small ways. It's in the simple act of listening when someone needs to talk, offering a kind word when they're struggling, or just being fully present with them in their pain. But here's a crucial point. Empathy doesn't just flow outward. It has to start with you. We can't truly empathize with others if we don't first understand and regulate our own emotions. It's like trying to pour from an empty cup. It just doesn't work. So, how do we use empathy to get a handle on our own feelings? First, start by listening. Not just hearing words, but truly listening to understand. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and see the situation from their point of view. When we listen with empathy, we respond with compassion, not defensiveness. Second, pause before you react. The next time you feel that flash of anger or frustration, just take a breath. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What might this person be going through that's causing them to act this way? When you understand their emotional state, it becomes so much easier to manage your own. And finally, Practice self-compassion. Empathy is for you, too. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. It's okay to feel upset, but you have the power to decide how long you'll stay in that space. Let's be real. Life is unpredictable. We all face setbacks. We experience rejection, failure, and disappointment. But empathy gives us the resilience to face those challenges head-on, without getting knocked down for good. The most successful people aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who can navigate the storms with grace, balance, and emotional intelligence. And empathy is the very heart of emotional intelligence. When you practice empathy, you don't just improve your emotional regulation. You improve your relationships, your career, and your overall sense of fulfillment. You transform from someone who is just reacting to life into someone who is actively shaping it. Empathy is not a passive feeling. It's an active choice. It's the choice to understand, to connect, and to manage the emotional energy that flows through you. When you choose empathy, you choose growth. You choose strength. And you choose to become the best version of yourself, not just for you, but for everyone around you. So, as we wrap up, I want you to remember this one thing. Empathy is power. It's the power to understand and regulate your emotions. It's the power to connect with others on a deeper level. And most importantly, it's the power to transform your life, no matter what you're facing. So choose empathy, choose understanding, and by doing so, choose to take control of your emotions and your life. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.